Hello folks, I'm Steve Cottrell. I've written several books on local history, but I'm really happy to be part of a park committee that's helping to develop this land here. Its official name is the Jasper County Sherwood Rader Farm Civil War Memorial Park. I know that's a mouthful, so you might want to call it, just for short, the Jasper County Civil War Park. This is approximately 5 acres situated at the intersection of Fountain Road and Peace Church Road on the outskirts of good old Joplin, Missouri. And thanks to the generosity of the Hershaway family and the foresight of the Jasper County Commissioners, it's now a county park. Historical research shows, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that this land was a significant location in what is known as the Battle of Rader's Farm. Also, the old military records sometimes refer to it as the action at Sherwood, Missouri, because Sherwood was the nearest town, located just to the west. It was the rough old days when a brutal, ruthless guerrilla war raged through this region, right where we now peacefully live. Let's take a look around the park. Most of you have heard of the Battle of Carthage, which took place early in the Civil War, or War Between the States, whichever you prefer to call it, and that was about 15 miles from here. That was the wake-up call for our part of the region here to know that full-scale war had come to our doorsteps. In the spring of 1863, 2 years into the war, a much more sinister and darker form of warfare swept through this region. It was a ruthless guerrilla war, not the clash of regular armies. Private citizens, not only men, but women and children, their homes, their farms, their very lives were in serious danger. It was May 18th of 1863 when the guerrilla force of Major Tom Livingston, a local Confederate leader, burst from the woods over there and attacked a detachment of U.S. soldiers who were foraging for food. The gunfire was intense. The action moved to the west across this very land. Most of the casualties that day were former slaves, members of a unit called the 1st Kansas Colored Infantry Regiment. Not only will this park memorialize the action that took place on this land, but it will also commemorate the actions during the Civil War era that took place in this immediate vicinity, such as the destruction of the town of Sherwood, Missouri. Sherwood was located to the west, where J.J. Highway intersects Fur Road on the outskirts of present-day Carl Junction. It was burned to the ground by U.S. soldiers the very day after the action here in retaliation, since most of the citizens of the town were Confederate sympathizers. Also, this park will help preserve the memory of Native American involvement in the war in our region. Numerous Cherokees served under Major Tom Livingston and his guerrilla force and fought across this very land. Also, Osage warriors played a role in the war in our area. Another guerrilla band under Colonel Charles Harrison camped near here before starting off on an expedition that would take them across the border onto Osage territory, where the Osage would attack Harrison's band and totally decimate it. Our park committee has plans to revamp this old barn into a proper time period structure from the Civil War era, and perhaps include some historical displays inside. Also, we want to build some other outbuildings, most importantly, a pine farmhouse that will represent the Rader house itself. In essence, to create a little homestead from the Civil War era, which would be a wonderful venue for events, perhaps a festival every year. It would be a beautiful learning tool for school children and for adults. But we need your help. Please consider contributing to our cause to preserve this, not only for us, but for future generations, to learn about our colorful Jasper County heritage. And if you want more details about the guerrilla fight that took place on this very site, simply go to YouTube and type in ambush at Rader's Farm. Well, thanks a lot for your time, folks, and have a great day.